What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sitting Pretty. It's your girl Lolo. And this week was very interesting for me because I caught myself having conversation after conversation about relationships and love and experiences and dating and everything else under the sun. You know, for those who have seen my Forever Friend Zone video, I thought it would be dope to kind of share the times that dating did work for me and having relationships did work for me. So this is the flip side. This is the flip side of Forever Friend Zone. I just want to share, some stories. Let's have a little story time. We're gonna have a little story time today, okay, guys? About just my dating experiences and, some things that, and some other things that I've learned. This is gonna be good. So speaking truthfully, a majority of the guys that I have dated or that I have talked to has been because of the internet and dating apps, with the exception of my first boyfriend. When I was dating and I was using the dating apps, when I first started using them, I was actually a little scared to post pictures of me in my actual wheelchair. For me at that time, I was like, my wheelchair don't define me. I'm a great person. I have a great personality. And deep down inside, it was just an insecurity that I thought, keyword, that I thought was going to scare men away and not want to talk to me because I was in a wheelchair. But it was just like, you know what? Why are you so afraid? He's gonna have to see you in the chair regardless. You're having these awkward ass conversations, like, stop it. Like, just post a picture of you in your chair, like, big deal, you know what I mean? And once I was able to gain that confidence within myself and understand that this is who I am, this is a part of me, and if a dude don't like it, he could kick rocks. Facts. So then I started posting pictures of myself in my wheelchair, and come to find out, it didn't even make no difference. Dudes were still matching with me. They were still sliding in DMs. They were still trying to holla at me. But the conversation changed that time. So once they saw that I was in the chair, the first thing they would say is, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Like, it don't matter if you're in a chair. Like, I still want to get to know you. So it'd be like, okay, boo. Okay. You want to get to know me. So to my men and women that are in wheelchairs or you have any form of physical disability, show that shit. You hear me? Because it's not gonna make a difference, and if somebody cannot accept you for who you are and what you bring to the table, then boo-boo, they can say bye-bye. What? Bye. In the words of Beyonce, okay? And another thing that I have realized, once I was done dating and everything else, and I had finally gotten into a relationship, that there was certain insecurities that I had that were tied to me being in a wheelchair. One of the insecurities that had played out was that there was a degree of me that was afraid that he would fall in love with me, that we would, have a long-term relationship and then not be able to grow old together because of the diagnosis that I was given at 14, which was ALS. Because as much as I wanted to get to know him, I was afraid for him to fully love me. And not to say that he didn't make any mistakes either. Catch that tea. And it was an insecurity that I knew I had to break. And I had to recognize that it was like, Lolo, boo, here's the thing, girl. You've already outlived what the doctor said that you were going to do. Girl, remember that you are not in control. So let God take control of that, and you go out here and you get loved on. Okay? Accept love, enjoy love, and appreciate love when it's there. Moving forward, now that I've learned that lesson, I'm not afraid anymore. The next time a man comes to me and we get to know each other and he talking about I love you, I'm gonna be like, boo, what? You love me? That's what you do. So now that we got all the dating and the relationship stuff out the way, I'm sure this is the part that maybe everyone was waiting on, was let's talk about sex, boo. Woo! Sex. Is it obvious that I'm not a virgin? Here's the thing. So So we're gonna keep this educational, we're gonna keep this informational, honey. But no. We're gonna talk about sex and my experiences dating somebody and having sex with them, I guess you could say. What people have to learn first and foremost is that if you see somebody that is disabled in any way, shape, or form, right? If they're disabled and you find them attractive and maybe you know them on a personal level, don't assume that women and men in wheelchairs don't have sex, or that we're not sexual beings, or we're not tapped into our sexuality, because that is not true. Actually, a good majority of people with physical disability can have sex and enjoy sex, and that disabled people can get it on too, okay? The number one thing to do is just to simply have the conversation, and not in a creepy, weird kind of way. I've had it where whoever I was dating would actually ask me and say, I'm just curious, how does this situation work? Like, do you feel pain? Does, you know, what positions work for you? What works out the best for you? Because I really want to know. I care about you and I feel like this is where this is going. And so it would be like, oh shoot, well, you done gave me the green light. Let me tell you, boo, how this works, okay? But in all seriousness, we just had an adult conversation and then ended up doing some adult things. Remember that if you are interested in someone with a disability, you know, let it be because you're interested in them as the person. You are attracted to who they are, and not because, ooh, that must be crazy to have sex with a girl in a wheelchair. That's not tight. That's not cool. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be weird and on some other shit. Like, don't objectify us. We are not these objects in these devices. We are human, okay? Be mature, be respectful, and be understanding. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those were just things that I was thinking about and what was kind of like on my mind this week that I wanted to just share with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the story time. Leave a comment. Share some of your dating experiences. Let me know. Have you ever dated somebody in a wheelchair? Have you ever dated somebody with any form of disability? What was that like? What was that dynamic like? What were those conversations between you two when it came to dating and sex? And y'all know the routine. Leave a comment, like this video, share this video, and of course, subscribe. All right, y'all? It's Sitting Pretty, baby. Peace. Oh goodness, here it comes. I was like, what is that? And he goes, I've always wanted to eat a girl out in her wheelchair.